It's time. First spoiler alert, because seriously, guys, there's some major spoilers in this video, so don't watch this video at all until you've gotten to at least chapter 13 in Fire Emblem Awakening, because so if you haven't gotten there yet, just go stop this video right now and go play some video games. The video will be here when you get back. Just go and yeah, I'll wait here. Okay, you're back. So today we are going to be looking at one of the coolest characters in the game, in my opinion. By the way, in case you hadn't noticed, I am not XepherGames. You may have seen me in a few of his other videos. I am JaymicTheUnyielding, and today I will be presenting the character. It's not over there. Where is it over here? Okay. That's right. Today we are going to be talking about Lucina, Chrome's daughter, and the one who impersonates Marth for the entire first half of the game. Except, when her mask falls off and then things just get a little awkward. But anyway, so Lucina has the potential to be one of the most powerful characters in the game, surpassing even her father. And she has a lot of different options that she can go with, but it all depends on which mother you choose for her. Essentially, which wife is chosen for Crom. There are 5 options. There is Sumia, which is, I believe, the canonical choice. There's Sully, Maribel, Olivia, and a female My Unit or avatar. Now, these choices will affect Lucina's growth rates, the skills that she has when you get her starting stats, and even what classes she has access to. So it's really, really important if you want to optimize Lucina's potential, that you carefully choose who to pair up Chrom with. So, I believe we're going to be looking at the stats next.
Alright guys, hey, we're looking at the growth rates of Lucina here. Her name is pronounced Lucina, by the way. Originally we were going to have Jaymic voice this over, but that data got lost somehow, so anyway, it's not important. At the top you can see her base growth rates. Now, those are what I did was I took her base growth rates and averaged them with Chrom's. Now, since we don't know what the the growth rates are going to be because there are 5 options, and my unit can have any number of different growth rates, there's no way I could give you an accurate representation of what her growth rates are actually going to be, but this is going to be a pretty close approximation since the mother's growth rates only change Lucina's by 6 or 7% at the very most, and usually it's less than that. So, we're going to go over them real quick. HP, it's fine. It'll give her in the 80 to the 90s region almost all the time. Strength is fine. Not her best attribute, but it is still pretty good most of the time. Magic's crap, but you don't need it. Skill and speed are excellent, some of the best in the entire game, especially skill, but that's just normal. Luck is excellent, super great. Makes her really good. As I've mentioned before, I like luck. Defense, good. I mean, not great, but it's good. I wouldn't sing songs of praises about it, but it's good enough to get her, an average of 30 defense by, the time you've maxed out everything else. Resistance, kind of weak. Subpar. What are you going to do? I mean, it's not as bad as some characters. And with the Paladin, she can get up to like 32 growth rate in it, so I guess it's not the end of the world. The classes I listed here are the same ones that Crom has access to, because again, those are the only ones that we know she's going to have. We don't know what classes the mother will give, and we can't really tell you what they're going to be. So don't worry about that too much. Like I said earlier, or like Jake said earlier, Jaymic, the character is extremely hard to make a guide for, which is also why we haven't done one yet, and why I probably won't be doing any more. The only reason I'm really doing this one is because, or Jaymic and I are doing this one, is because she is a main character that you will get in the game without having to go to a paralog chapter. Now, yeah, I know, Tiki and Donald were both paralog chapter characters, but they were also first generation, so I made an exception. Anyway, guys, now we're going to move on and listen to Jaymic talk about the skills and class options for each mother. Yeah, you know that's right. Okay.
Anyway, as far as the skills...
Hey, guys! How's it going? This is a pretty good review so far, right? Yeah, I bet it is. What were we talking about again?
Don't do that. Seriously. You intended to do that, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Anyway, we'll just ignore that for right now, even though I'm sure he'll leave it in the video. Okay, so, we were just getting to the skills. Now, for most second-gen characters, they will inherit the last skill that has been added. Stop laughing. The last skill that has been added for each parent. So, for Lucina, it's a little bit different. She will always inherit Dual Strike Plus, I believe, or
that just
the
Dual
the
Strike
skill
Plus
that
just comes with the class she starts as, Lord.
Oh, that's
just
right.
the level 1 skill. She always inherits Aether specifically.
Okay, that's right. So yeah, she starts with Dual Strike Plus and Charm from her starting class Lord, and she automatically inherits Ether from Crom, whether he got the skill or not yet. And she will, however, inherit whatever skill was just added most recently, or rather, the skill on the bottom of the skill list for her mother. And finally we get into the classes. Now, the different classes that each second generation unit can have is again determined by the parents. They will have access to all of the classes that the mother has access to, in addition to all the classes that the father has access to, excepting skills that are gender specific, classes that are gender specific, such as Fighter or Pegasus Knight, which are considered as the same class for this purpose. If a father with access to Fighter has a daughter, the daughter will have access to Pegasus Knight. Okay.
Sorry, I wanted to make a note on that. He is actually right in almost all circumstances. I'm going to talk like this so you can kind of still see him. But, oh no, you're making hand signs, aren't you? Anyway, so it's almost always true, but they make weird exceptions. Like in Gaius's case and Donald's case, that is both true. But in some people, like, what was the other one? I don't remember. But like certain people, Fighter is Vake. Vake is a fighter by nature, but he will not pass that on to a female daughter. He'll pass Mercenary on. I don't know why. It doesn't really make any sense. You're just gonna have to look it up yourself if you really want to know.
Okay, so now we're going to go into Lucina's class and skill options. Now, Lucina has the same base classes as Crom. The default, she can be a Lord and promote into Great Lord. She can, she has Cavalier, which promotes into Great Knight and Paladin. She has access to Archer, which turns into Sniper and Bow Knight. And she also has access to the Bride class with the DLC, but we can pretty much ignore that because it's really not...
It's DLC! You
Yeah.
don't need to talk, it's DLC. We don't talk about DLC very much.
No, it's... And anyway, it's... Anyway, And the archer class is, as with Crom, it's more or less just not really worth going over. It's, you can do it if you really want to, go ahead, but it's not, it doesn't really give you that much good skills and stuff. He's over there telling me what to say, so that's we're gonna get that.
Talk about skills.
Okay, so the other, however, Lucina has a significant bonus over her father because she has she has access to other classes depending on which mother she has. He just picked up the camera, so now I can talk with
You're
both
welcome,
hands.
guys.
So, I'm gonna briefly go over the different mothers that Lucina can have and go over a possible build for each one. Now,
Quickly.
Yes, quickly. First off, we have Sumia. Now, Sumia gives Lucina access to the Pegasus Knight class, Knight, and Cleric. Now, what Lucina can do with that is, first off, pretty much any mother that gives access to Pegasus Knight is a great mother because it gives Lucina access to the Gale Force skill.
Although, to be fair, you should probably just be getting Sumia having Gale Force anyway.
Let them look at you when you're talking.
Sorry. To be fair, you should probably just give Sumia a Gale Force anyway and just have Lucina inherit it, which makes it a lot faster, but... Anyway, that's just a strategic point.
However, not everyone is like him and grinds to the point where you get the level 15 promoted skill before chapter 13. So anyway, so that is a really, really powerful skill. I don't think we can overstate the power level of this skill that
we get it. It's really powerful.
Also, because Sumia gives Lucina access to the War Cleric class, that's not a bad option either. A decent build for Lucina with Sumia as her mother might be to go into, to finish up Lord. Also, Rightful King, because Lucina has access to Lord and Great Lord. She has access to the Rightful King skill, which doesn't make much sense because it should be Rightful Queen for her, but that is Fire Emblems, improper grammar aside, that's,
it's really good for activating skills.
Yes, most
so
definitely.
If you go to the bother of getting Rightful King, you should probably find some skills to give her that actually work. So actually with Sumia as the mother, there aren't that many skills that she actually wants. The only one that I really talk about are the defensive skills, which I'll let him talk about now.
That's true. But yeah, what I was gonna say is, you might want to go into Knight General with Lucina in order to get Pavise, but what I would want to do is finish her up in her Lord class, which she starts with, then turn her into probably a Pegasus Knight, get her up to level 10, promote her into a Dark Flyer to get Gale Force, and then move her over into maybe War Cleric.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful strategy.
Yeah, that seems like a good build with Sumia as the mother. Now, next we have Sully. Now, this was the option that I chose on my first playthrough. Sully gives access to the Myrmidon class and Wyvern Rider. Wyvern Rider doesn't give that many great options for Lucina, so we'll skip over that for now. However, Myrmidon is a very powerful skill for Lucina because it gives her access to both Assassin and Swordmaster.
Yeah, I love that Myrmidon skill.
What?
You said Myrmidon skill. Never mind.
I don't get it.
Oh, God, Jake. It's a class.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Myrmidon's really good.
Yes. So, a good option with Sully as the mother would be probably to, again, finish up Lucina's Lord class.
Definitely.
Move into Great Lord so that you can pick up Rightful King, and which will increase the ability to get...
combat skills.
Yeah, the combat skills, like lethality for assassins, or I believe Astra for Swordmasters.
Yep,
yeah,
both work. As with Aether. So she could have Aether,
yes,
Aether, Astra, and lethality, all with Rightful King. It's kind of scary.
It's very scary. And I think, come to think of it, that's probably what I'm going to do when I play.
That's what you should do. Yeah.
Yeah, so, probably after you go into...
Crit happens.
It does.
I love that shirt.
After you go into Great Lord, you can go into Swordmaster or Assassin. Either order works. Swordmaster is probably better first, but it's up to you. Now, moving on, Maribel... I don't know why you would choose Maribel as the mother, but...
Hold on.
If you did, here's what you get.
You know what? I'll defend her a little bit. I started reading her supports with Crom just as okay, I guess I should read them since I've read all of his other supports. And they're not that bad. They're kind of interesting, actually. It's just Maribel. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me what?
I don't believe that the supports are okay.
Oh.
I think that she's just gonna be... Anyway, so Maribel gives Lucina access to the Troubadour class. The Pegasus...
Hey, Troubadour still gives War Cleric, so don't...
It does. It gives War Cleric as a promoted class, so that's really the only good part of having Troubadour.
Yep.
Also gives her access to Pegasus Knight, again, Dark Flyer, very, very powerful. And Mage. So,
Mage.
I don't know why you'd want Lucina as a mage, but if you like the idea, go for it.
Build.
Where was I? Yes, build. A good build for this one would be, again, Dark Flyer is just really, really...
Hold on, Jake. What you're saying is, it's the exact same build as Sumia's.
It's relatively similar, yes.
Pegasus Knight, then freaking War Cleric.
War Cleric, yeah.
Although, okay, I feel I should point out, if you have Sumia as the parent, then another fun build is to take Pavise and Aegis, because she has access to both those, and Rightful King. So you
How
have
does she have access to Aegis?
Because,
that's right. She always have...
Yeah, exactly. So if you do that, you'll have a roughly 60% chance by the time she's capped to take all damage in half. So that's really good too.
Also, you need Rightful King.
Exactly.
You need Pavise from the general class, Aegis from Paladin, and Rightful King from Great Lord. So it'll take a long time.
Unless you cheat and give them skills in advance, like I do, but using inheritance.
Anyway,
which is an awesome book series by Christopher Paolini. Ding! Wow, that's a really bright thumb.
Anyway, so next we have Olivia. Now, Olivia...
Voldarin.
Now who's making RPG references?
I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. It's an awesome card.
Okay.
But anyway, so Olivia gives access to both Myrmidon and Pegasus Knight, which is a very potent combination because you can not only get both Astra and lethality with Rightful King in a Great Lord, but you can also get Dark Flyer at the same time, which that combination of skills makes Lucina just an absolute monster on the battlefield.
She's nuts.
Yeah. that's really all I have to say about Olivia, except that if you really want to do that, good luck. It takes a lot of work to get Olivia as Lucina's mother.
As I mentioned briefly in the Crom video, you basically have to have Crom avoid all other women like the plague, and then have her dance for him like 7,000 times in the one chapter. And then it's weird because then you get to see
Actually, I think he only has because if he hasn't even fought alongside any of the other women once, as long as she does like one dance for him, I think they will get married at the end of the chapter.
Yeah. And then they have some weird like support.
Talk about whirlwind romance.
Ugh, literally. They're weird.
So, finally we come to the female My unit, which gives, as you might imagine, it gives access to a lot of classes. Why are you zooming in?
No reason.
Okay.
Just keep going.
So the female My unit gives access to all of I believe it gives access to all of the female only classes, which would be like what, Cleric, Troubadour, Pegasus Knight.
Stuff.
Is there anything else I'm missing?
It doesn't matter. We don't need to list all of them. You get it. But My unit gives everything.
But only a few of the standard classes gives access to a Tactician, which really?
Yeah.
You gotta make them sick.
I know.
I'm not gonna keep talking.
I'm gonna get like 5 subscribers for this one trick. Look at this fancy editing. Woo!
He's just turning the camera around. Female avatar gives access to Tactician, which I believe would be a very powerful choice for Lucia, but also gives access to... You just said
Lucia.
Lucina, sorry. They shouldn't have had two characters that look kind of similar and have names one letter different.
I know. They had a character named Lucia in...
It's Lucia.
It's not Lucia.
It's Lucia.
They say it in the cutscene.
So anyway, but the female avatar gives access to, Cleric, Troubadour, Pegasus Knight, Tactician, Mercenary, Dark Mage, and Thief. Now that's a lot of classes that you can only get with the female avatar. So, gosh, I'm not even sure what a good build for this one would be.
I do. Pretty much anything you use My unit for.
That's true. You can just effectively turn her into another My unit that could possibly be more powerful because you have access to Rightful King and Ether and...
Bride?
Well, yeah, but if you have a female My unit, then you have access to Bride
Derp.
Anyway.
I haven't played one yet. I'm getting...
No, me either.
Third playthrough, I'll do it.
But yeah, so I guess, just get Rightful King because that'll give you, let you get all of the really powerful combat skills, like, what's that one for Grandmaster? I can't remember. Ignis, yes. Ignis. Thank you, Jacob.
Captain Japanese face.
That's not me.
I know, that's me. Ignis.
So, yeah, and, Thief, of course, gives access to Assassin, which gives access to Lethality. Again,
I'm pretty sure she can be a Myrmidon, too.
No, not according to...
I think, but I think, that's... I'm not really sure how it works. I think she might be able to, because it's still not a male-only class, but
I'm not sure, but I think... Can't you get Astra as a sniper?
No, Astra... Sniper gives hit plus 20 and bow fair.
Okay. Yeah, my bad.
It's okay.
But anyway,
each skill is only in one class.
Yeah. So, anyway, the female avatar is, again, a good choice. Also because you're probably going to have really, really good stats with that unit when, by chapter 13.
Right.
When, Lucina inherits the, difference between, Crom and the mother's stats effectively.
Yeah, it's complicated, but basically the whole thing equates to...
I already went over that.
Oh, you did? Right.
Yeah, while you were gone.
Alright.
Cut! Okay, guys, that about does it. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to comment on the video, leave a comment. If you want to watch more of this guy over here.
Hey guys, hey, hello. So that's enough. That's enough of him. We don't need to talk to him anymore. That was like 20 minutes almost. That's enough. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Post sure to post in comments any characters you want to see soon, and whenever I feel like. Oh God, no, no. Why are we doing this again? Didn't we do this once already? Haha, you people who watch the top 10 know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, make sure character suggestions. See you later.